weekly Dama news is here. I'm your host, MJ from Kendertainment, as well as Dama. And how y'all doing tonight? Tonight over here in the JB time, it is officially Friday, 12:25. And I remembered that, hey, I didn't get to do a weekly Dama news last week. And then I was thinking about doing it this week and looking at the rest of my schedule for tomorrow. I don't think I'll have time. So, hey, before going to sleep, I'm going to bang this one out, 1 hour for everyone here, maybe even a little shorter, depending on how quickly I move through these stories. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Weekly Dama news is going down. So I'm going to be able to look through some of the stuff that happened in Kendama within the maybe past 2 weeks, but still, it's actually not a massive amount. We're going to touch upon the bigger things that have happened. And of course, as usual, if anyone is here hanging out during the live stream, thank you so much. And the special thing that you get is, hey, question and answer. At the end of every episode of Dama News, I do Q&A, and I answer your questions to the best of my knowledge. So you can leave a question using that little question tool down here, and I'll get to them at the end of all of this news. So first, we're going to start off with, hey, the newest stuff that I just put out. Clipped up some things from the last Dama Nerds episode 59 with Christian Fraser. There's a lot of hype around Christian right now because, hey, guess what? The Decade mod is coming back now in a brand new amped shape. It's very interesting to see, because it was the one that solidified and created this new amazing shape to boost for Sweets Kendamas and really, push the company to a new level of just excellently, perfectly, greatly, wonderfully crafted Kens, as well as like the interesting layout of the woods that they used for the Tama. But in any case, from that episode, I clipped up 2 kind of good little stories and put them up on the Kendertainment YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, go over to YouTube, Kendertainment YouTubes, and check out, there's 2 videos talking about how Christian Fraser's created the Decade mod from the idea all the way to the end of it. And there's some pictures that I got from Christian himself of some of the different iterations before it became the final product. Very interesting, different stuff. And the other one I saw that I picked up to be a good one is the time that the Japanese gods were angered by Kendama players. The first World Cup that happened in Hatsukaichi, there was an opportunity that all of the Kendama players had to step on a sacred stage to perform in front of not only the people of this shrine in Miyajima Island, but to the gods of the shrine. And didn't turn out too well, so go check it out. Again, Kendertainment's YouTube channel. So that's my little spiel right there for that. And hey, we're going to go right into some of the stuff that has been happening in the past 2 weeks now. Okay, I'm going to touch upon, hey, one of the big ones that I saw, and I was like, this is interesting. These people need some support. Bam! Kendama World Records. You know about the Guinness Book of World Records? Well, this is the Kendama World Records. And if you haven't been following them on Instagram, definitely go do that. I believe they even have a website. And, I met one of the dudes who is in charge of this. He actually lives in Japan, down in southern area of Japan. I think in Kyushu or somewhere? No. Is it? I forgot. Any case, really cool dude. And, they're doing some interesting stuff that people have not done before. Of course, we know that Guinness Book of World Records have been, pushing, or I should say that the Kendama scene has been pushing and getting Guinness Book World Record eyes on Kendama and be able to do different things. Like recently, Kendama World Cup, there was the how many airplanes someone can do in 1 minute. The other one was how many spikes someone can do, 5 spikes at one time. Very interesting rules. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Glowken's YouTube, where they stream the whole thing, or go check out the Twitch stream from Sweets, because that's up there too. And as well as, I was actually surprised because right before that, before I knew about this, I found an article on the internet talking about like Guinness Book World Record holder kids version And there was this like 13-year-old kid who is, I think he's American, but lives in Japan. And he had the best score, the Guinness Book World Record, for 5 pull-up spikes. He had like something like 13 seconds. And I was just like, who's this young man pulling up spikes? And then I learned about the one that they did at the Kendama World Cup. It's like, all right, I guess there's, a little bit of a difference between the adult version and the kid version. But still, something I think like other kids could totally destroy that 13 one. I mean, how old was the dude who got it? I think maybe he wasn't a kid. Any case, Kendama Records, they've been, just collecting anything and anyone, because I don't know if you guys know, but doing all that Guinness Book World Record stuff takes a lot of money. In Japan, we go this for money. It's not this, it's this. I don't know where you're from, whatever country, but maybe the money sign is a little different. In Japan, it's that. It costs a lot of money. Even, of course, if you want to have those people come and test or watch whatever thing you're going to do, but then even just to get like the certificate, the official certificate, is extra money. Like there is, I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's that one that happens in the end of the year in Japan, and there is like a special TV program, and every year they try to do the pull-up big cup to see how many people, I think it's like 130 something now. Everyone has the opportunity, like for the people who landed that big cup, everyone has the chance, opportunity, the option to get one of those certificates, but it's something like $80 to get it. So again, coming back to it, Kendama World Records, Instagram, I believe they have a website too. They started up a Patreon to help support what they're doing, because they're doing it just out of passion. They've been doing it on the side pretty much when their days are free, the evenings or something, the weekends, to collect all this information and, put a spotlight on anybody who's kind of pushing the envelope of kendama play. Some of them, personally, I think are a little like, okay, whatever. And then some of them are like, okay, that's a feat to be defeated. We'll see who can push it up to the next level. So if you're interested about spending your money in a different place that's not only purchasing kendamas, but something that can help support the entire movement of kendama and community, I would suggest give a little donation to the Kendama World Records, because hey, they got some like I think they're doing like merch and stuff. But again, it's something to help them keep going with their motivation for the whole thing. I mean, no one else is doing it, so if people like it, you have a chance to do it. I think all you have to do is like state whatever you wanted to, like what record you wanted to beat or what new record you wanted to achieve, and then just send it off to them, and they're just like, all right. Like there's no really like major official thing really set in stone, so it's pretty open right now for anyone, which makes it accessible and kind of cool, because if you have an idea, something you want to challenge yourself with, then nothing's stopping you. You just go and DM them, bam. Moving on to the next story is, what do we got? Oh, analog kendamas? Big sale, almost ready to go. Well, this is August 31st. Okay, so this is the one that from last week. But big sale happening with Damas, I guess, and new things. So for all the people, I've never tried an analog, seen this stuff, interested about the tiny, what are they called, sardines, But I'm always have a big question mark about analog. I'm like, who does analog? I feel like a lot of the companies we know somewhat. If you do a little research, you can find out who is in charge of it. But analog, I'm still question mark. And sales, because I always talk about sales on Weekly Dama News, because it's like we all want kendamas, but it can hurt the bank. It can hurt the wallet. So buying all these new things when they become fresh, of course, is great for the companies because it can support them, keep them going. But sometimes it can be pushing the consumers in a difficult position. So, hey, watch out for those sales. And so I'm here to help you out with. Maybe you missed it. Maybe it's still there. Or maybe it's too late. Because again, it was August 31st, that post. Going over to, my gosh. Talking about support. Talk about support, everyone. Chrome Kendama. Now, we know that the company within the past like month or so has gone bankrupt, was bought out by another person, entity, and aliens, and now is still continuing. As you've seen, they're not posting as much. Maybe they're posting not such original content, but like borrowed content. Rebranding a little bit is happening. But the biggest thing I think that we haven't seen a lot of is new kendamas from Crom. They still have a lot of old stock, I'm pretty sure, because they got their website, their EU website open, and still selling damas over there. But this is one that, try to put a little more hype around the store and around supporting so they can get some cash moving and just to keep the company going. They got the liquefy. It's back. It's at a cheaper price too. So I'm sure a lot of people, when they saw this, and if we scroll down back to old posts when it first came out, I think a lot of people were complaining, talking about, well, I don't know, this is a really cool looking kendama, but is it worth $100? And I forgot exactly. I think that's what it was. Did it say how much it used to be? No, it says the new retail price is $69.99. Wakey. I believe that's USDs, but liquefy. For me personally, I was talking about like that pixel. I want the pixel back. Growing up playing the NES, I'm very, very much down with the pixels. This one's funky. It's cool. It's definitely along the lines of Chrome's branding, but that pixel, that one just hits differently. It's out. Go get it if you are interested in it. It's like a little expensive compared to other types of kendamas that you can pick up, but big thing here is supporting Chrome. They are such an important company. When the movement was starting, they were one of the big three companies to put I guess like a foundation of what kendama should be. Set the bar, set the marker. And a lot of companies, smaller brands, would kind of like look up to the big three, and Crom is one of them. And I hope they stay one of them. If they were to disappear, I think it'd be a really sad thing, thinking not only about all the things that they have achieved, but the people, the staff behind it, and the players for the team. Nothing good ever happens. I don't know about nothing, but it's sad to see companies go. And in the past, I think a few months ago, Pineapple had to shut their doors. I think there was another one I can't think of right now, but we don't want to see it, right? So definitely go support Chrome, even if it's not for the liquefy. Go check it out. I mean, they got the Nihons up there, full rubber woods. They got a bunch of different, I think no more pro. I think they got the Yas, support Yasu, and a few of the other ones. So go check it out. Support. They need it. You're looking you want to pick up a Chrome, you haven't done it in a while, you're eyeing something, definitely do it. It'd just be so good. It's the simplest vocab words. It would be good. Okay. On to the next one. Okay, talking about high-priced kendamas, and people possibly making different types of remarks about that price. Lotus Kendama has released this new hand-turned, rhino-cleared, what is it called? Kendama. What is it called? Elevate your tricks on the next year with the Lotus Flow Kendama. Okay, Lotus Flow. There you go. Water. That's the kanji for water in Japanese. So, they got to go through all the elements. Here's the first one, but the price tag is something that I think shocked a lot of people, and a lot of people had different types of opinions on it. $150. What are people? Where are the comments? Can you shut off comments? Where'd the comments go? Oh, really? Well, in any case, people were just saying like, yeah, that's too much. And other people were saying like, well, I get it. It's a hand turn. So there is that. Rhino clear, okay, those Tamas kind of go. As well as, okay, it's not only, right? Well, it is rhino cleared. So hey, there's some sort of collaboration happening, even though maybe it's not stated specifically, like stamped with like the ISR logo or anything, or even shared on their social. But, Isaac from Lotus definitely went out and asked them to do that. probably commission them to get that new paint on it, not the new paint, that Rhino paint on there. So, cost them money. So these things are going to happen, but the scary thing is, who knows what this is going to do to like other brands? Will they be, or just like other kendamas in general? Like, prices are going up. Everyone's strapped for cash, and it might be a tough kind of sale right out of the gates. All right, but there's been plenty of times that we've seen this in the past, where here's this new kendama, it's fresh, it's hand turned, or even like very nicely CNC done, not from China, maybe American made, talking about grain theory, all right? Releasing a lot of awesome kendamas, as well as crafts too, right? Very specifically choosing the woods that are out there, so you have a good quality wood and then cut very nicely. And then that brings the price tag up. But what happens after is that they release a China-made version. They release a Hungary-made version after a while. So, of course, the quality is not going to be there. But you can still get that shape and the feel for it. But at the same time, the real nerds are going to be like, but it's not the same. And yeah, in some ways, I can't put even like a percentage on it. They're going to be different. So if you are someone, again, supporting, this is turned into a support episode, supporting Lotus Kendama, if you've been a fan of their stuff, wanting to see what this is like, check out the YouTube video for Lotus. Isaac's been doing awesome, like producing so much content out there. And there is like a I didn't watch the whole thing, it's a little long, like 20-minute talk with the whole team all about this new kendama, because everyone had put their hands in the creative process of it. So they each explain what the reasoning for the shape is, the size is, all this stuff. So go check it out. It's up to you. This is where it stands right now. And hey, all we can do is complain, but that's not going to change anything. If you want to wait for a sale, I guess maybe, hey, the holidays are around the corner. So if these stay in stock, possibly these might go on sale. So it's up to you. You got to do a little gamble if you want to keep it, if you want to pick it up now or later, Exactly. Here we go, right from the chat. There's people out there buying used Sulab Tamas for $100+. I don't want to hear people complain about prices of a hand turn with Kush or Rhino. Well said. I mean, people are out there that have a lot of money. Well, people are out there who don't care about price. That's what I want to say. It's irrelevant for them. They like the quality product, and that's what they want. They'll spend the money for it. Just like a guitar, I come from a background of playing a lot of guitars and shit. So you can definitely play a gig with a shitty guitar that's like $200. Or you can buy something that's like $2,000 and be like, oh, this is good, it's better. It's like, but at the same time, is it really? Is it doing its job? And that's another thing you want to ask yourself. How many, especially for me, and I'm sure all of you out there, let me know in the chat, how many kendamas you have right now? Because I believe we're all going to say over 10. And are they not doing the job of giving you entertainment, great pastime, great conversation piece, friends to hang out with? But hey, we all want more. we all want more. Okay, but there it is, a new one going out. We'll see what happens. Maybe this will lead, if everyone's totally accepted, be like, it sells out. Maybe that's gonna be like, hey, a catalyst for other companies to be like, maybe we can kick up our price. Like even like quads, the hand turn stuff. But I'm surprised because I don't think their cans are like crazy expensive, because in other times you would see like, Smith turning stuff, rod turning stuff for like 200. Believe it's like full setups, but still, they go up and down. Everyone's got different ideas of how much a kendama should cost, but at the end of the day, if you don't run a kendama brand, you're not selling kendamas. If you don't got anything nice to say nothing at all. I don't know. It is what it is. All right, next one. Blop. And yes, of course, I talked about it right at the beginning. Sweets Kendamas, the amped, improved decade mod. Batch 1. Who knows if they're going to do the other batches, but right now it's just the whiskey style one, the one that we talked about, the one that was all the rage, which everyone loved, made a big imprint on the brand of sweets, as well as, maybe kendamas in general. It was one of the first like kind of new gen shapes after maybe the answer. It was the answer to Sleigh Dog, Crom's Sleigh Dog. That was a real, cornerstone in the kendama community. So that's happening. What is out now? Did I see Cody in here? It's out right now, right? It's here, so go check it out if you're interested in the new amp shape. So on to the next one. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, first, wait. Did I hit save it? No. Okay. Well, I'll hit it. Okay. RKC. Probably a lot of you people are like, what the hell's that? Oh, what is this? New company? Oh, out of Japan? Oh, interesting. What is that? A.D.I.D.A.K. A.D.I.D.A.K is a brand, very small brand that is all set up and run by a doctor. This dude loves kendama. He's not an old gentleman. He's like my age, maybe a few years older than me. He has a clinic where he helps and takes care of elderly people. And he sees that kendama can be a tool to help them out in many different places. So he got buddy with Sue, and the place that crafts Sue Kens and paints the friction clears, Tamas, all that stuff. Same with the Legasis, that factory is where he's connected, and A.D.I.D.A.K is making kendamas for elderly people. Very lightweight. I think they're all using sakura, like cherry wood, rubber paint, not on the side of friction clear, but still good rubber paint is coming out of there. Massive cups. And if you watched KWC, you might have noticed that there was a portion where they were like giving awards to everyone towards the end before they announced the final winners. And they're like, okay, best ranked out of like the youngs, best ranked out of like 30 and 40-year-olds, best ranked out of the olds. And the oldest person there was like, how old was she? There was two bachans. In Japanese, we say obachan. That means grandma. Two grandmas, two bachans in there. They are both from A.D.I.D.A.K because they play kendama. And it is just like so amazing. Maybe you guys remember flashback to a few posts that probably like last year that were posted around of this old lady like pulling up Bird and just be like, oh my God. And greatest to see, because hey, I think that gives us hope, all of us, for when our faces get all wrinkly, our hair gets gray, and we become old, that we can still Bird, possibly. We don't need our knees. Our knees are good. But they're releasing a new kendama. It is actually Matsu mod. It is a mod for this lady right here. And I believe, I'm not sure, is this her? For the Kunoichi video contest that went out, they made a few videos. And these obachans, these old ladies, grandmas, made kendama edits. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know, check out hashtag Kunoichi, or just look up the Kunoichi, where is it? Instagram account. That's what it looks like, Kunoichi. Definitely go check it out, and you can find the hashtag, and then under the hashtag, you can see all the other videos. I think Sling Shady recently did a Twitch stream where they were watching all of the entries, and I'm not sure if they're on YouTube or not. I don't think they are. But in any case, amazing to see. And of course, in Japan, it is really, I guess, maybe easier, more acceptable for people and the elderlies to pick up a kendama and be like, okay, let me spend time on this thing, because, hey, that's what they did when they were young. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Bam, got through that one. All right, talking about Sue Lab, and where they are crafting some stuff. Two new pro mods coming out. One for the Sue man himself, and one for Hideo. Oh no, what was his name? Hiroto. Out right now. Classic colorways. Is anyone getting sick of these colorways? I don't think so. They're simple. They last, like classic, good colors, great paint. Not only do the colors and the design last, but the paint does as well. If you're interested, definitely check out the Ken Shape. The Ken Shapes is going to be the biggest difference. There's the Suman one. That's on like the new Absolute. And Hiroto's is a little different. If you're familiar with Jack Kendamas, it definitely has that kind of feel. But hey, those are out there. And if you're interested, go pick it up. Bam! Next. More new kendamas. A lot of new kendamas. The Origins making the, what was it called? The Antique 2? Authentic A.D.I.D.A.K is out right now. Or not out right now. It's going to be out. They've been posting a few posts. Yeah, posting a few posts about this where they're each speaking each other's language, which was really interesting. But hey, it's all subtitled in English so you can understand. But new saber shape Austrian beechwood, which Eric says is like the best beechwood. And I can attest to that because I got an old Kendama Europe play with using European beechwood. And it's like a tank. It breaks in, but it's not as brittle as like the Ozora beechwoods. And even some of the stuff from Hyundai. Maybe, yeah. European stuff, it's good. Any case, so that's a new one. If you're interested in the Origins, this is something fresh. The really cool thing is, look at this. Look at these stall points. Hold on, can I get the zoom action for you guys? Look at these stall points hanging out. Ooh. All right, reminiscent of the Sleigh Dog back in the day, the first one that came out. And on top of those perch areas, bam, micro lines. When they get so small, my only concern is, will they kind of just blend into one another after a while? Or will it just turn into like a mush? Not real like oatmeal mush, but like of wood, where it's just extremely soft, but maybe that's what we want. Why don't they put it on the bevel as well? That's an interesting point. Or you can just check out those jacks that have those micro grooves all over the place. So that's another one that you want to be looking out for. And any new kendamas? Nope. We got clip of the week. We got, that's an interesting post right there too. Hey. Up next, Birl. B-I-R-L. Birl. They've been teasing, trying to have everyone guess, even doing a little giveaway, guessing who the next spot is, and it is Shredwin. He's in it now. He's going to be on the first volume of Birl, and there's still so much that needs to be learned about Birl. And I'm here to say, for everyone, had a chat with the man behind Birl just today, and look out in the future on the Kendertainment YouTube channel to just open the secret doors of what Birl is all about, what their plans are, and possibly even how you can become a part of Birl in the future. Very interesting stuff. But there you go. Shredwin's in it. Birl. Just keep an eye out. Birl. That's it. Next one we're going to go with is Onto Kendama event. It's going down. When is that? The 4th and 5th. Wait, what day is it? This happened. Oh, November. Way off. November. 4th and 5th, it's happening. This one's interesting because, hey, it's the hometown of Kendama, USA. If you're in the area, you have a chance to hang out with the homies, maybe meet some of the people of Kendama, USA, as well as, hey, maybe I think there's going to be like exclusive prizes straight from Kusa themselves. So really cool thing that happens. But I still feel like it's very intimate. It's a very small group, small event that happens in comparison to other brand run events, namely Sweets, Nako. It's all in this year, but hey, why not? Now it's just a little more easier because you can save some money in your wallets because you're not traveling out. But hey, I mean, the hack for that, anyone who is looking to go and sign up for online Nako, is just get a group, together somewhere where there's good Wi-Fi and just have a session. sesh day, 2 sesh days, 2 hangouts, bring a lot of Mountain Dew, get ready to party and slap and hang out. That would be like the best thing. That can bring the community still together, even if it's online. Because I know a lot of people are crying about the online. It does suck. Yeah, I agree. But online's better than nothing. Yeah. Next one. Yeah. There we go. Birl. I was just saying it right in the chat. It's like 411 video magazine, but for Kendama. Yes. 411 was like monthly. Was it monthly? Bi-monthly? Birl's once a year. So it's gonna be good though. It's gonna be a full-on production. So I'm super excited for it. Any case, Alto, if you're in the area, go check it out. Big, is this big? A.D.I.D.A.K collabing with Adidas Japan. Should it be changed to A.D.I.D.A.K? All day I dream about Kendama. And I guess focusing on this new clothing or line that they have for clothes is very interesting. So she's talking about how like it's designed so that like the sleeves don't get in the way of like running or doing any kind of like athletic work. I'm like, don't all sleeves not get in the way? Maybe if you're wearing like a yukata or a kimono, like those sleeves are way long. But any case, but it's still really cool to see, hey, Kendama in the face of of everyone in Japan who's following Adidas Japan, to see, hey, Kendama, it's still there. It's still cool. There was the boom that happened like around the time of the first World Cup 2014 over here, and then everyone's like, whatever. Kendama, it's going back to a kids thing kind of in Japan because it's just a household item. But no, it's still cool. Shit. 2 more, and then we're going to do Q&A if anyone has any questions for me. This one I just caught 19 hours ago. It got put up. Kendama Hanover, over in Germany. Call for your edits. They're doing something very interesting where they are not only having premieres for companies and brands to show Kendama edits, but they said, even you, if you're working on something, even you little guy, you can hang out with us, or you can give us your video, and we will show it during the premiere, during the event. Really awesome. Let's read it right here. Friday is edit night, and we love to support and premiere not only big announcements or release edits from our sponsors, but also your personal projects. If you have an edit in the pipeline, hit us up, and maybe we can premiere it on our pre-sesh night. Okay, so it says maybe. So there might be some sort of quality control. But that's really cool to see. A Kendama event. Again, Kendama Hanover, over in Hanover, Germany. Hanover. I don't know how to pronounce that specifically. But it is something, hey, this is going to be, what, KenFest 8? That's happening September, the end of September, the 29th and 30th. She had something cranking. Hey, hit them up. Maybe even if you're not there, you can still show the love and give some hype to the people who are there watching. Really cool idea. Especially, that they're saying like anybody seems like can just enter their shets and be like, hey, watch it. It's going to be good. Here we go. Last one. Clip of the week from the secret Yins himself. Colin Sander, godfather of Kendama, North American Kendama, pulling out, doing some new look at him, juggling and whatnot. Still has a very funky style. It's like the old man is still in the game, and it's not really old. I'm older than this dude, I think. And Kendama-wise, though, pro-wise, status-wise, old man is in there hitting these juggling tricks and stuff. So it's so great to see. Happy to see Kendama USA and him still creating content for him. He's not totally disappeared. What? Okay? So that's awesome. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. And the other one is an event that's happening here in Japan. I didn't save that one. I don't think it was it a post? Nobu. Togo. Where are we? Is it a post? Yeah, he does. Bam. Free Kendama Jam. So Shinosuke every once in a while has just like jams that he sets up over in Tokyo near Yogi Park, very famous park right next to Harajuku. Nobu's going to be there. Owai is going to be there. And guess who else? You see that? Making waves? TJ making waves Kolesnik is going to be there. When was the last time we saw TJ at an event? When was the last time we saw TJ in Japan? Hey, I don't know. Guess what? Wai-Chai is also here from Deal With It. Pro of Deal With It. Skateboarder. Amazing dude. And it's happening this weekend, this Sunday. There is like a jam session, and then there's like a kombai time, night session, hanging out, drinking. I hope I can go. Right now, fam, kids coming down. I'm coming down with a cold too. But duty calls. All right, I'm not going to make any promises, but this is the final post. Amazing to see, just like Colin creating some Kendama USA content, saying, "Hey, still here, still kicking it." TJ Kolesnik. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And that's it. That's the news. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We're gonna go over to Q&A time. It's officially 1 a.m. over here, so let's see what we got. Soul Vibes have 50/50 beach maple Tama. Does old Soul Vibes have the same Tama? I don't know. I didn't know that Soul Vibes now had split Tamas of beach maple. I'm guessing beach on the bottom, right? Not sure if the old ones did. I'm guessing maybe not. Just because the older one, oh wait, the older ones, no, maybe. I'm thinking of like the old Vibes, because they've had a few volumes, iterations of them as of now. So the last ones were not that long ago. And new ones have a similar kind of, not colorway, but like I guess design of just simple stripes, just adding different colors depending on what the team member chooses. I'm not sure about that. That's my answer. Thanks for the question. Next one. If I ever make it to Japan, are you trying to sesh and be my tour guide? LOL. 100%. I'm here. If you are coming to the Tokyo area, if you're coming to the Kanto area, spending some time, would definitely love for anyone to hit me up, let me know where you are, and giving you a little tour guide, take you through the places of Kendama lore here in Japan. Sadly, the Sioux Lab won't be one of the stops, but definitely, anyone who's coming to Japan, making that trek over, if you're not coming for any event, so you got a lot of time, don't be shy, hit me up, and we'll see what can happen, because I would love to show everyone this great country and, some of the hacks of being a local. It's very different when you're traveling here as a tourist. It's cool and stuff, but, knowing some of what the locals know, it really takes a different vibe and a different sense of, a different experience of the country. Hells yeah. Okay. Oh, and then there's one right in the chat. Okay, what are your thoughts on the Ken Clash app? Ooh, my brother built it. I'm really curious of what people think. I've been beta testing quite a bit and had great fun with it. Yes. Okay, so this, I'm guessing, recently I got a DM from your hashtag 31 tricks later. I'm guessing. Is that what it was called? The Ken Clash app? Does he say what the name is? Yeah, Ken Clash. That's it right there. So yeah, I'm very interested, guys. If you guys didn't know, there is a app out there. If you're an Android user, which I am not, you can check it out. You can download it and give it a go. And it seems like it's designed for local face-to-face battles of Ken with your friends and to make solo Kendama practice more fun and creative. How it's going to do that, I'm not sure, but something very interesting. Ken Clash is the app. It's only an Android app as of now, but yeah, I think it's something that, Dama was trying to do, being online, being able to connect with people. Here, it's more just like a almost like video roulette kind of thing, maybe, where you can pair up with somebody and play Ken games. I think it's kind of cool, bringing community together and kind of getting a sense of surprise to it. Hopefully everyone just shows their integrity when they're hanging out with each other, meeting new people, and playing these games of Ken. But very interested to try it. People should try it. Why not? I'd be sad if I made an app and nobody knew about it. So maybe they're just going around DMing like everyone. But hey, give it a try. I hope it's not like a virus. That'd be the worst. That's it for the news, everyone. We'll catch you on next week for another one. Thanks everyone for hanging out right here. If you're just hanging out right now, you missed the first half. Don't worry. I'm going to be taking this off of Instagram, putting it up as a YouTube video over on the Weekly Dama News YouTube channel. Go over there and make sure to subscribe to see the full video. It's a lot easier to scroll through. And then, hey, if you're someone who just likes listening, then go to the podcast. Weekly Dama News, it's got a podcast, so just type that in and you can listen wherever you get your podcasts that you love and listen to all the time. And hey, if you want to go far and beyond, you can support me on the Kendertainment Patreon. There's a link in the bio and you can find that. And there's a bunch of different tiers that you can support me at. That'd be super amazing, super great, because I got a lot of things in the pipeline that I'm very excited to be pushing out through the next few months and going to be growing more and more. But again, thank you so much for everyone who is hanging out with me live. Thank you for listening. This is Weekly Dama News. I'm your host, MJ. Till next time, keep it clean.